Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm just going to be discussing how achieving your goals and your desires is not going against your spiritual path and that it is actually supporting your spiritual path. Now, so let's look at enlightenment. Okay, what is enlightenment? So we're going to have to break this down. Consciousness is empty space, it is the ability to observe. This ability has manifested in the physical body as the five senses: the sight, smell, taste, hear, and touch. We can observe energy in these ways, at least in the physical. We can observe energy in these ways. The bigger your awareness becomes, the more subtle aspects we can observe or perceive. Okay. So now that we've gotten that out the way, that all we really are is the ability to observe. Now, what are we observing? Because if there was nothing to observe, we would be in a state of just being, I guess. Who knows? So, when emptiness or consciousness observes energy, what happens? Memory is created, karma is created. Because when you have observed something, maybe you've tasted cheesecake for the first time. Now that memory is stored in your brain or in your being, not just your brain. It's stored in a much deeper way a lot of the time, or all of the time. And so when we have memory after our consciousness has observed something through these five senses, memory is created. This memory brings us in different directions. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. This is karma, the cycle. This is why they say karmic cycle. Because maybe in your previous life, let me just move away from my desk, I keep knocking it. Maybe in your previous life, you you didn't have any maternal love. You didn't have a mother, maybe you just had a father. Now, in this life, maybe in that life you were observing people that had a mother and you envied them. Now, in this life, maybe in other people, you will look for that kind of motherly essence. This is the karmic cycle. You will treat your romantic partner as your parent. You will be like a child. There's a lot of man children these days, and woman children. Daddy issues, mommy issues. That's what that whole thing means. It's a karmic cycle. You're looking for maternal energy or father-like energy from someone because you didn't get it growing up. I did, which I'm very grateful for, which allowed me to become a balanced person and to live in a balanced environment despite all the things which I went through. So, back to the point. Desire. Let's look at sexual desire. Let's look at the desire to eat really good food, the desire to become very wealthy, the desire to have a family, or to have people that love you and respect you and admire you. To get, distorted desires are different. That's a personal problem. That is something that you need to untwist. If you are a person who wants to kill animals, like dogs or cats or something, that's a twisted. Something went wrong. You need to figure that out. You need to become a more sincere person. Do some acts of service to people. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations where you can begin to respect life and pain, or it will destroy you. But, okay, realizing your desires, maybe having a family, becoming like a superhero. Maybe a superhero inspires you, a martial artist inspires you, a businessman inspires you, a businesswoman, a ballerina, who knows? And you become like this person. You have ended a karmic cycle, because when we attain our desires, after a small while, we realize that they are not the truth. We realize that they are not the highest point. Let's say you become the king of your village, like Naruto becomes the Hokage, which is the strongest ninja in the village. Even then, he is moving in different directions, because there are still things that he wants. Nothing that you can do, nothing that you can think, nothing that you can feel is the highest. But they are all divine. But they are not the final truth. So, what is important to find the final truth, which I have not yet, I know I will, because that is my highest goal, that is my highest desire. Even though other desires come in front of that at times, I always hold that as my highest thing. In every action that I do, in every thought that I think, in every meal that I eat, I'm reverent. At least I do my best to be. So when we attain our desires, we are doing ourselves a service. And when you go through suffering, this is the universe doing you a service. Okay? It is a learning opportunity. Perspective is everything. Some people perceive wealth as evil. Some people perceive monogamous relationships as old school. Some people perceive wealth as this amazing thing. They perceive it as a tool. And some people perceive a healthy, happy family as even worth more than money. Okay? And this perception is very important when you're looking at your desires. If you believe that you cannot have it, or that you should not have it because it's too this or that, or you feel guilty that you want this thing, this is just, it's stupid. You will get the BMW, you will get the Ferrari. Just accept that you want these things. Accept your desires. Become friendly with them. Understand them. They don't make you a freak. Having desires to be strong. Maybe you're a weightlifter. Desires to have big muscles. Maybe not too big. Just balance in everything, okay? But big. Wealthy. Maybe you don't want to be too wealthy. That's fine. A few $1,000,000. It will save you the rest of your life. It will get the best health care for your people. Everyone will have an opportunity to do the things that they want to do, instead of working for food to eat and to keep the shelter over their head. When the survival aspect is taken away, that is when we can go beyond it. When our desires have been fulfilled, that is when we can go beyond it. Okay? Gautama the Buddha, he left his palace and his wife. Now, I'm not saying you should do this. You can become enlightened while having a family. But he was, at this time, Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, which have led all of us here, probably led you here to this video, the Yoga Sutras were not established. And so Gautama, he knew he had to go and find the truth. He had to go and find someone or something to teach him. And he went to all these different schools of yoga. I think over 100 different lineages and schools of yoga that came from, Agastya, all the Saptarishis, mainly Agastya, the yoga that Buddha practiced. And he attained enlightenment after leaving his family and going out there, after he realized that he will die one day and that his desires, upon being fulfilled, They were not the highest thing. There was still something else. And if you want to learn more about this, you can purchase the Zenith scroll, top link in the description. It is a short ebook which I've created, about 32 to 34 pages, with all the fundamentals that you need to know about meditation, about the body, about the mind, and about the spirit. Undoubtedly, you will totally, totally transform after having read the Zenith scroll. It will teach you how to construct a workout plan and a diet plan that is perfect for you scientifically. It will teach you how to understand your mind completely, the reality completely, the spirit completely, so that you can move forward in clarity on your spiritual path and begin to step into life as it is without the self-illusion, constant self-illusion that you're doing to yourself. Now, back to the point. Let's summarize it because I think this video is going to be pretty long. If you attain your desires and accept that you desire these things, and that you learn balance upon attaining your desires, balance in your relationships. Don't be too clingy, don't be too distant, don't eat too much, don't eat at this time. Balance is everything, guys. With training, train 5 days in a week, 4 days in a week, and recover and stretch out in those other days. Give yourself enough rest. Making money will give you a canvas to have a more balanced life. When you're able to wake up and do whatever you want to do, at least for the most part, aside from work, you will be able to structure a balanced life. And so money should be one of your priorities if you don't have it already, as well as sexual gratification with the right person, with the right balance. You need to become a person who can have these things. That will take acceptance, that will take striving. And in order to achieve, you will require balance, which I teach in the Zenith scroll very well. Top link in the description. I will see you guys soon. And bless all of you. Namaste. And ciao for now.